Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another informative episode of Chevalier, where we are here to help men and women find happy and healthy relationships. It don't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, even the penguins in Antarctica. Everybody wants to be loved and appreciated. And that's the importance of happy and healthy relationships. But before you can even get to a relationship, you gotta have the initial setup. The first conversation. That first thing that a guy says to a woman that's going to either make or break the situation. And that's why the first reaction is called an icebreaker. Because that first initial reaction that a woman has to the way you introduced yourself to her is going to be the difference between her giving you the phone number or her just telling you she ain't interested, period. And one of the reasons why we're afraid to speak to women is because we're afraid to get our feelings hurt. We're afraid that when we do get our feelings hurt, we're gonna be emotionally hurt. And so sometimes we kind of step back on introducing ourselves when we could easily just go up and say, hey, how you doing? Are you interested? She says no, you walk away, you still got your pride, and you don't feel any less of a man. But because men are so scared to get their feelings hurt, as we should, just like any human being is scared of failure, we take it personal. And that's why so many guys would rather sit back and do nothing rather than make that the first initial contact. And because we live in a day and age where most women are already aggressively on the defensive, it makes it that much harder for a guy with a genuine motive to go up and speak to a woman and be straight up to a point where she feels like, okay, this guy wants what I want. This guy feels what I feel. And he just wants to see if this is going to work. Because unfortunately, sex has become such a huge aspect of dating, where a lot of women have, this mentality that every guy wants sex. Every guy just want to have sex with me. That's why every guy is talking to me. And it's like you can't even get your foot in the door because this whole I gotta have sex thing is so important. Where it's like, the man that God meant for you can't even initiate the relationship because of past hurts. So a lot of guys ask me, how do I get my foot in the door? I'm scared. One guy said, hey man, I'm scared, man. I don't want to go home and cry in the dark because I got my feelings hurt. And I let, guys know the first way to get your foot in the door, find that common interest that the woman that you're interested in likes, and then build on it. For instance, if a woman likes Evangelion, and you like Evangelion, that's the initial icebreaker that's going to build a relationship, because you start off talking about anime, and then you expand on it. It's crazy because I would use this, I would see a woman, when I was in college, I see a woman with a shirt of Naruto. I didn't watch Naruto till I was well out of college, but I knew enough about Naruto where if I saw a woman with a Naruto show, I'd be like, oh, so you hate Sasuke, huh? You in that Naruto? I love Sasuke. And now you got a conversation. And to her, it feels so natural because you started off with something that seemed normal and familiar to her. And so before I got married, I used to do this little trick where I would introduce myself to a woman, and so we'd be carrying the conversation in my mind. I'm like, I wonder if she got a boyfriend. So I would say something like, yeah, I know your boyfriend, who he like Uchimaru or something? And so she'd be like, no, I ain't got no boyfriend. And it's like, cha-ching. It's like your way of asking a woman if she has a boyfriend without asking her. Because if she says, yeah, my boyfriend likes the Sage of the Six Paths. And you're like, at that point, you're like, okay. Yeah, it's a great conversation. Nice to talk to you. And that way you didn't end up wasting too much time in the conversation. To her, it just seemed like a normal conversation, right? It seemed like you're just asking. But in actuality, you're feeling out the entire scenario to see, number one, if she's interested in you, and number two, if she has a boyfriend or not, without ever asking her. And to me, it's like the cheat code, because it's like this way you can get to know a woman without getting your feelings hurt. You can get to know a woman without feeling stupid, without feeling bad, without feeling uh, uh, depressed. There are ways to go about meeting women, and I always tell guys, you start with that common interest, because that common interest is going to initiate the conversation that makes her feel comfortable enough to want to talk to you. Especially if you're someone she didn't know the day before you started that conversation. And that's why I tell guys to be so against just wanting to just go straight at it. Hey, how you doing today? I was wondering if I can get to know you. Most women are gonna be like, no, unless you look like the type of guy that's gonna be a simp, or you look good, or you just got blessed with that good looks or something that just sexually turns her on. 9 times 10, you're gonna get the brush off. And so I tell average guys, starting with something she's interested in is what's going to kickstart that tear down of her defense. Because when you attach to things that most women like, it makes them more interested in getting to know you because it feels more genuine to them. Again, I go to Evangelion. Finding that thing that she likes about Evangelion, and you say, hey, well, I know your boyfriend, he probably loves Evangelion too. And she said, oh, I ain't got a boyfriend. And then, now you can descend. Now you can really slowly emphasize on the thing that matters to you, so you can hopefully win her over for the purpose of that happy and healthy relationship. So you can put yourself in a position where you can prove to her that you're not that weirdo just trying to have sex, because hopefully you're not, but that you're actually a man who wants to be with her because she is a great woman, because she does have a great personality, and because you know that you can build a connection with her that's going to provide a level of happiness where both of you can be happy together. So sticking to the interests, find out things that she likes. That's why sometimes when you, like, even on a dating site, like when you go to dating sites, one of the biggest things that most dating sites try to connect people on is similar interests. They ask you what type of things you like to do for fun, because these are things that are going to be great conversation starters, even on the internet side of things, where you can step in there and say, hey, I see that you like going skating. I like going skating. Building and starting conversations on similar interests is what makes women feel comfortable enough to allow you to get close to them in the first place. Stick to the things they're interested in, and 9 times out of 10, if they find you sexually attractive because of your looks, or because of the way you carry yourself, or because of your confidence, you're going to be fortunate enough to win them over to the point where you're going to be in a good situation. So stick to those similar interests, stick to the things she likes, she'll stick to the things you like, and at the end of the day, everybody's going to be happy. So guys, keep it simple. And lastly, I'm going to say this again, this is the purpose of the video: talk about things she likes, not things that you like. Because you're trying to get to know her. She doesn't care about what you like. If she did, she'd approach you first. But I'm telling you to approach her first, whether it's on the internet, whether it's face to face. Find out something that woman likes and attach yourself to it. Start and build a conversation, and then win her over. Till next time, guys. Peace. Kevin Samuel Show. We are gone. Peace.